But I have had side hustles removed and completely from this. In fact, when I was in school, I was studying economics. A friend of mine approached me with, I was in school, so it was like a side gig. Oh, how about we start a transportation business?
What kind of transportation?
Well, he had recently learned that somebody was about to sell a used Okada, and he suggested that we contribute money, buy the Okada, and fix it up and put it on the road and start making bank.
When you put it on the road, like get someone to drive it.
Get someone to drive it.
Okay, because I thought one of you was going to be driving it.
Well, we had studies and exams and everything.
You'd be taking turns.
So we felt if we got someone and we had a deal with the person and the person was driving it and returning money. So when he pitched the idea to me, I sat down, I thought about it, and then I was like, yeah, let's do this. And in my head, I already thought I was going to be the next Kennedy Chuku or ABC Transport. That we're going to start from there. We're going to then get 6 bikes and everything. Yes, so we paid for the motorcycle, and I think I was in school, and my sister called me and said the police were looking for me. Hello everyone, welcome again to another exciting and fun episode of Paul
I'm Baaj in Character. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you. How's your week been?
It's been good, to be honest. I cannot complain. A little bit of work, some relaxation, and planning for this episode.
Oh, good.
How's your week been?
Give or take, we're on the same thing. But lucky for me, I was able to finish shooting right at the start of the week.
Okay.
So I just spent the week with family. I got to
television show, series, drama, film. Okay.
Coming on YouTube soon on the channel that you love and you know very well, but I can't tell you because I can't. Yes, but yeah.
Should I tell you something?
What?
True story, everyone. I was on another set. Down the road from the production company you happen to be working with. And Gentle Jack wanders onto our set.
I'd love to see Gentle Jack.
Yes. And I see him and I go, bro, boss, how are you doing? What are you doing here? Because I know you're not on this set. And he's like, oh, this production house that you are referring to is shooting down the road. And I, for some reason, assumed that you are on that particular set.
Like,
and I dragged my behind there to see if I could harass you and get you to break character. But they tell me that you're not on that set.
You're not about Gentle Jack on that set.
I should have handcuffed him and dragged him to our show.
Did you ask him?
I apologize, everyone. I apologize. But
you know how I feel about Gentle Jack.
Yes, I
do.
You
were with Gentle Jack.
I was with
and it even occurred to you, like, Komu.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about Vuga.
Yes.
Man.
My mistake. I will ask him to come on our show if I run into him next time. Even if we don't, I will try and get his number.
Do you know how cool it would be for him to ask him about Vuga?
Yes. It'd be really, really cool.
Do you know, like, jeez.
Do you think if he ever graced our couch, he would just pull a Vuga for the entire hour? That would be rad. Anywho, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about something that I'm still struggling with till now.
What's that?
Actually, and I have to nail it because rent is due. We're talking about side hustles, Stardom, and how to monetize without selling out.
Selling out.
What's your own idea of selling out first? Because those first two I understand. What's the idea of selling out?
Well,
especially in our own line of work.
To be honest,
in my opinion, we sell out like on default. So where's it without selling out? What's your own take on it, Abeg?
I think for me, selling out would mean doing something that ideologically I do not necessarily agree with.
Okay.
Taking money to promote a product or a brand that's my ideals or ideas or ideologies diametrically opposed to. Or working on a project that I feel might be harmful.
Or
projects that I feel the messaging of might be harmful. You know,
I gotta ask that. So for you read a script about doing a film, and either the resolution says something like that, or the entire film is in the direction of the kind of ideas or messages that you personally won't agree with, or you would not like to pass across.
Yes,
you will not do it.
That's a good question. So the thing is this. There are films I have done that I know, okay, I don't necessarily agree with what the characters did or how the story was resolved, but I took part in it and I did it with dignity. But if for some, I've never come across this type of story, but let's assume, I it's a fun show. I don't want to pick a topic but let's assume we're talking about theft.
Theft, okay.
Theft. The story has to do with theft, but we're talking about maybe
theft, like fraud or theft of armed robbery.
Thank you. Like maybe armed robbery.
Okay.
And in the story, there was a very brutal assault.
Yes.
By characters who are supposed to be the protagonists.
Oh, okay.
And no one gets any form of retribution or because that's tricky. Because sometimes in life, nobody gets any comeuppance and the story can still work. But or if I feel on some level, the entire theme and tone of the narrative seems to be trying to justify the unjustifiable. Then I might either have a small conversation with the producers, the EPs, to see if maybe can we adjust this or that to make it a bit more.
I feel you. I feel you. And I actually like that you're doing that.
Yeah. What about you?
I did no such thing.
What did you do?
Not even close.
Any examples you care to share?
Okay, because of my relationship I have with like the projects.
Yeah.
I really take myself out of it.
Yeah.
Like who I am as a person, my values, my belief system is completely removed from every kind of film I'm making. My personal opinion about anything, because I've already understood that if I allow that enter,
then
there are a lot of things I probably won't do. There are a lot of opinions I'm going to have about a lot of things that just is not going to help the situation.
This is true.
So I really remove myself out of it completely.
I get you.
So there are films that I've read like, well, that's legit how I like. Well, I just take myself out of the equation. I don't, my personal feelings about the resolution or whatever message they're sending, I don't even have an opinion about it.
I get you.
It's my opinion usually stems from the opinion of the character I'm playing about whatever is going on, and that's the beginning and end of how I'm going to
your interaction with the material.
I'm telling you,
I feel the same way too. Yeah. But have you ever seen material?
Yes, this is absolutely.
What are we saying? This is too much now.
Yes, like I said now. I said it during the scene. I legit looked at because it was supposed to be a Casanova kind of film. Yeah. So you know that the fine boy that has like babes all over.
Yeah.
So, man, you might know the film if I give you too much. Who cares?
Yeah. But so that doesn't sound bad. I mean, Casanova's...
let me give you the P.
Oh, okay.
So in the scene, he's met this lovely woman. I think, yes, she just got divorced. She has a kid and she's just trying to put her life together. And she's falling in love with him. And he's trying to show her that, yes, I can be the new guy. I can take care of your kid and take care of two of you. And it's supposed to be like the perfect man, you know?
I got you.
And then he invites her over. And first and foremost, his ex-girlfriend is there. His new girlfriend is there that is not her.
Yeah.
And he's trying to settle all three at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, in real life, everyone knows that those three women will rip this guy to shreds.
I get you.
But because he's who he is, you know, he still manages to maneuver his way and still even keep the babe after she had seen all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we're showing that scene and I was like, you people know there's no freaking way.
Yeah. But that's not even that's not even hardcore. That's
I don't want to do hardcore.
Yeah, no. What I mean is, like for that one, like that can happen.
No, it can't.
It's strange.
Okay, maybe if you've seen the film, you see how much it can't happen. Because one of the girls is the girl's best friend.
Yeah.
But one of the girls is playing. Yes. That was in like that entire scene. It is the major babe, the babe's best friend, his ex-girlfriend, and one of that baby mama outside.
I get you. What I would where I would draw the line is I could do that story. Yeah. I could do that story.
Okay, let's say you could do that.
Yeah, I could do that story. But where I would draw the line is if maybe, in the process, he's a cannibal who is eating not the cannibalism itself.
Okay.
Not that I could play a cannibal. But I'm saying if maybe he's a cannibal who is eating these women.
Okay.
Maybe they all find out and they're all like, it's cool.
It's cool.
And let's all eat people
enough
together. At that point, I'm like, okay. I'm not saying the bad guy can't get away with it.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm saying, can maybe one character at least point out how odd this whole thing is, you know? Just one character. Then we can carry on with our shenanigans.
I've seen quite a few. And when that film came out, it was loved.
Yeah.
So it just kind of taught me that, well, my personal opinion about the thing matters.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter enough for the film not to be made or for me not to be a part of it.
Of course, this is
there are
true.
going to be people out there that are going to love it.
True.
And it's not made for me.
Yeah.
It's just made with me. It's made for the people out there. So if they love it, they'll love it.
Yeah. Have you ever had any side hustles?
You see, rent is normally due once a year.
Yes.
So side hustle
Once a year? Depends. Do you know in some parts of West Africa, rent is due every month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I learned that thing, because I learned it when I was talking to someone and I think I was about to get a place.
Yeah.
And they were asking for 2-year rent.
Yeah.
And I like, we've not finished doing 1 year, you're in 2 years. And someone just dropped actually, it's only in Nigeria we do stuff like this. And it just like, oh my God, that's true.
Some parts of West and Central
It's actually
Africa.
way more normal to do like monthly.
Yes. Yeah. I can tell you, Equatorial Guinea, it's monthly.
And I always thought it was a non-African thing. I didn't know it was just it was just a non-Nigerian thing.
Yes, yes.
Why are we always doing this too?
I think on some level, people think a lot of people in this part of the world, struggle to pay their bills.
Because even that's 1 year safe.
Yeah.
You still owe. So and I think it's easier to do the 1 month thing if we had laws that were actually
protected
and implement it that easily or that quickly.
You're very correct.
I've seen too many situations where you're owing the person is owing rent past the specified period and the person just went.
That's true.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going again.
Or I will leave after owing you for half a year or 2 years.
You have to get court involved.
And the truth is this, everyone has responsibilities. So even landlords have responsibilities.
Let me show you some grace.
You know?
You're the villain in this story according to me. I'll show you some grace.
Have you noticed that landlords are almost always the villains in stories?
I wonder why.
Yeah. From Hollywood to Nollywood.
Do you have any ridiculous landlord story?
Personally, I lived with a landlord.
I've been told to never do that.
No, I lived with a friend who happened to be the landlord in the compound. So we're living in the so the compound, it had his flat, about 6 flats, and his parents had passed and they left him the house. So
that's
in my early 20s, so he was a 20-something-year-old landlord. I can't think so. I've lived with him.
I'm out of power.
Yeah, he was pretty chill. But he kind of always complained about certain tenants who never wanted to pay their rent on time and who were always coming to ask for grace. Yeah.
Well, on a personal level, I've been lucky enough to not experience an evil landlord. In fact, on the contrary, I'll have to say, I might have the best landlord in the world. Actually, I have to give props to the dude. The guy's an amazing dude.
That's cool.
So lucky enough, me, I'm just lucky like that.
Yeah.
But I've heard some crazy stories.
Yeah.
I've even seen some crazy tenants do some crazy stuff.
I can imagine.
Like that kind of, the way they left the house.
Crazy like what?
Well, when they left, like from the window, it was almost like they were ripping things from out of the walls. Like, you know, when
were they the ones that attached those things to the wall?
At this point, I'm not even sure. Because they left the house in the worst possible way. Almost like they were trying to, so some vengeance.
Yeah, but there is a security deposit.
You can't cover the
amount of damage.
So I saw the whole thing like, man.
I don't know any landlord who has ever given, and I might be wrong, but I don't think I am, returned the security deposit. There's always one story or the other. But no matter how well or pristine
I think it's the Nigerian factor that has something to do with that. I don't know if you know about it.
Yeah.
Of course you know about it.
Yeah.
That's that's characteristic we have about once the money is
in hand.
My possession.
Yeah.
It can't leave.
I've never been that way.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. But because the first time I noticed that was not a thing.
Yeah.
Was when first time I traveled abroad, I bought something, I brought it back home. My brother I spent so much money buying this because that was my first time.
Yeah.
I think I was really young.
Yeah.
I was really, really young. So that was my first time actually being allowed to just go and spend money. So I just went to a shop. I saw one very cool thing. I bought it.
Yeah.
And did you window shop? Did you go around checking if you get it cheaper and stuff like that? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
But it has already passed. I already paid for it. I can't know. Just have you see? Yeah, just go return it.
Yeah.
I'll just go there
and say, I'd like to return this.
And they'll take it. They won't fight me. No, now.
Yeah.
How now? This was the first time I was existing out of Nigeria. Yeah. And I was when they gave me money. It was like clockwork.
Yeah. Did you struggle at all to do that?
At all. I was literally, they didn't even check the thing.
I mean, personally, was it like, do I want to.
As I got to the shop, I stood there for a bit.
Yeah, I get you.
There was no confidence in they might be angry at me because this is still Nigeria boy with Nigeria mind, and I'm still a kid. And like clockwork, they didn't even check the thing. They just like, okay, so they asked, is there anything they can do that don't change the size? Was there something wrong?
Like, no, I just want
okay, fine. And they gave me back my money. Like,
where was this?
It was in London.
London.
I didn't know.
Not Tejo show.
Yeah, I didn't know that's how life works.
Yeah.
Then, of course, there's the Nigerian version.
You mean how life works in certain
in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, I don't know. I think I wanted to buy a particular thing, and I bought the UK version, which was astronomically more expensive than the normal version, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
So like, you can just go and return it. But how do we do that?
Yeah.
It took us 3 months to get our money back.
Wow.
3 months. Yeah. And you think it is hundreds and hundreds of... Nah!
You know, we
got it back by accident. We were like, we're probably not getting the money back free. Yeah. And next thing, ching, and I had to start trying to remember where this money came from, blah, 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 blah. So like, oh, wait, and I called the person. I say, yes, we finally decided that's okay. Yeah. Since there's no damage to the product. It took you 3 months to find out that there was no damage to a carton that was never opened.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I ever got the money back.
To be fair, because people all over the world, sometimes people can be fraudulent. You have to be careful. They've probably been burnt before and they needed to do that. Anywho, back to what we were talking about.
Sorry, Jerry.
I'm pretty sure the first time you were allowed to spend money like that, that you referred to, was because you probably had a side hustle.
Oh, no, as a kid, they gave me money.
They gave you money. Was your side hustle begging?
Yes, as a kid, of course. Do you think these dimples came by accident? Shine some dimples, be cute. Yeah. Okay, take a few dollars, a few pounds.
Yeah.
So it's back to the real gist, though.
Yes.
So we're talking about monetizing Stardom, side hustle.
Side hustles, yeah. And selling out.
Selling out.
Avoiding selling out, yeah.
Which, from the way we answered the description of selling out, I was right. We have been selling out.
Yeah, yes, to a certain extent. But I don't think we have sold everything.
We still have so much to sell. We have more. If you want to buy it, all it takes is money.
We probably haven't mortgaged our integrity. Not yet.
Well, it's right available. Take it.
But do you have any, because you act, you produce, you have dabbled in directing.
Would you call that side hustles though? Because
that is interesting.
Personally, I always just thought till I'm doing something outside of
What would you say your main source of income is? What do you do?
Every form of film.
Acting or acting,
if you want
filmmaking.
To be super specific, it will have to be acting.
Acting.
But we saw it was just every form of film because acting will always bleed into TV commercials.
I get you.
Bleed into photo shoots.
I get you.
To bleed into some small appearances. Yeah.
And when you decided to direct, for you didn't think about it as a form of side hustle.
Because originally, that's the only thing I wanted to do. Acting wasn't even what I wanted to do.
I get you.
I wanted to just make film. So when I finally started being able to make film, I still didn't see it as a side hustle. I saw it as what I want, just part of what I'm supposed to be doing.
So if for some reason you started a prop business, and by prop I mean certain objects we use on set. Yes, this is a prop. Things we use on set like fake knives, fake guns, dummy bullets, squibs. Squibs refer to instruments that they use to pump fake blood and create splatter on set, and other forms of props. If you started a business where you were renting out props, would you consider that to be a side hustle? Because at the end of the day, it's also part of...
Yes, I consider it a side hustle.
Oh, okay. So
I think it's far away enough.
For you?
Yeah, because I feel like you're renting...
Yeah.
That's... Abi? You're renting stuff.
I hear you.
It's not... I'm not making anything.
Okay.
Or creating anything.
Anything that takes you maybe a little bit of a way from the, I don't want to say artistic, because making props and handling props in itself is artistic, but renting it maybe not so much.
Yeah.
So anything that takes you out of the artistic aspects of filmmaking, that you feel that maybe this is a bit of a side hustle than me fully expressing myself artistically.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I
Fair enough. Fair enough. Me? Well, I try to write, I try to direct, I try to produce.
Like, that's a side hustle? Or
honestly, I have never thought of it as such, per se, to to be honest. But the more I think about it, I can see why some people might say, okay, that in itself can be termed technically as a side hustle, but maybe also not, depending on how you choose to look at it. But I have had side hustles in my life. Yes.
Is this a side hustle?
That's an interesting question.
Not like we don't like talking to you guys. I love seeing your... Okay, I can't see your faces.
Yes.
But it's not like we don't like being here and stuff. But
on some level it is. And on some level it is not.
It's not because we love you so much. We love you guys so much.
We're
doing this from the bottom of our hearts.
That is the truth.
I mean, rent is not due.
But I have had side hustles removed and completely from this. In fact, when I was in school, I was studying economics. A friend of mine approached me I was in school, so it was like a side gig. Oh, how about we start a transportation business?
What kind of transportation?
Well, he had recently learned that somebody was about to sell a used Okada, and he suggested that we contribute money, buy the Okada, and fix it up and put it on the road and start making bank.
When you say put it on the road?
Yeah.
Like get someone to drive it.
Get someone to drive it.
Okay, because I thought one of you was going to be driving it.
Well, we had studies and exams and everything.
You'd be taking turns.
So we felt if we got someone and we had a deal with the person and the person was driving it and returning money. So when he pitched the idea to me, I sat down, I thought about it, and then I was like, yeah, let's do this. And in my head, I already thought I was going to be the next Kennedy Chuku or ABC Transport. That we're going to start from there. We're going to then get 6 bikes and everything. Yes, so we paid for the motorcycle, and I think I was in school, and my sister called me and said the police were looking for me. The Nigerian police, to be clear, were looking for me.
You bought a stolen bike? Or?
Apparently.
Ooh.
Now, it turns out the bike itself was not necessarily stolen.
But the owner was a thief?
No, there wasn't adequate documentation.
Oh, okay.
Because all they gave us was a raggedy-ass receipt for the bike, and then we fixed the bike up, and the police...
Who, you already fixed it by this time?
We fixed it up, and my friend or my business partner was trying to test it out when he was picked up by the police for not having proper documentation. So he had to spend like an hour or so this thing behind the counter, and his dad had to go bail him out, and his dad told my dad, my sister told me, see what's happening. My dad sat me down. I was like, he gets it that at the heart of it, I'm trying to do something, but I need to be careful and this and that and that. And I listened, and that was my first foray into any sort of business. And at that point, I was in school, I thought it was a failed venture or a failed side hustle. But yeah, I got burnt. Yes. Yeah.
Now, wow.
Yeah.
Like, went south quick.
Yeah, very quick.
I was going to call with all the different kind of jokes, man.
And I didn't stop there.
Okay.
I tried my hand again at another transportation business. This time, another gentleman, friend, tells me that, his brother has a vehicle somewhere in the east.
Sound is better.
And they want to bring it back to Lagos, but the engine is not working soundly. They need to fix it, bring it back to Lagos, and we're going to make bank. And I saved up some money again, and I gave it to them, and they brought the bus back to Lagos after spending way more money than so they claim, than we anticipated. And then he put the bus on the road. And true story, people.
Should I tell you where my mind is going to?
Where?
Snatch.
No.
Anybody caravan.
No, this is what happened.
Okay, good. Because that's when my mind went to the street.
So week 1, the bus runs for like 4 days, and we're excited. We're all excited. So I turn up at the allotted time to see, what's the take? What do we do? How do we split the money? And this gentleman sits me down, buys me suya and beer, and proceeds to tell me about how he's had the hardest week, and this boss did not make any money and everything, and asks me halfway through if I want another bottle of beer. I sit there, I look at him, I take it all in, and the beer also. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you another week or so.
Wait, what was the agreement though?
That every week we'd be getting returns.
Yeah, like was it a percentage thing or a particular amount thing?
A particular amount, because we kind of did a breakdown as to what we felt other bus drivers in Lagos were making running certain routes. And I wasn't trying to be greedy. I just felt, I just needed enough money to look good.
Impress some girls.
Impress some girls. I was like, you know,
Unilife is so
I could go to school and buy people tandy and meat pie.
Tandy,
you know, that kind of thing.
Look at this
you know?
60-year-old man.
I was like, man, I want to be rolling in dough. So when I walk into school, you know, like I'm walking in slow-mo, like meat pie for you, egg roll for you, whatever you want, you got it. So I was daydreaming. The next week, I turn up, they sit me down, they buy me Nkwobi, and they tell me about how they've had a bad week, how the police stopped them, they had to settle this, the engine maybe had a problem again, this one, that one. And I'm looking at this guy's eyes, and I might be wrong, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel his nose got slightly bigger. What do I do?
Well, this was the second week.
This is the second week. At that point in time, I turned to my friend, because this was his brother talking. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like how I'm feeling about this. You know, that this seems to be some sort of...
scammy.
Yeah, and he was like, no. He promises me it's not. That he's going to talk to his brother and everything. And I think he talked to his brother. And then the next week, they grudgingly gave me something. And then the upper week, they gave me something again. But we had spent a lot of money to bring this bus back to Lagos. So maybe after maybe 3 weeks of giving me, they just were like, fuck it. See the problems, they have to fix this, they have to say, it went on again for maybe another few weeks. And I just gave up, and that was the end of that.
That's the painful part about doing business, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say doing business here, but of course, every part
it can
of
happen
the world,
everywhere in the world. Yes.
It's just that human element of, if I have an opportunity to get one over you, there is no reason why I shouldn't.
Yeah.
That way of thinking. And it's so normalized, especially here.
Yeah.
You left I had that opportunity.
Yes.
How can I not take it?
True.
I'm a sharp guy. Now also.
It is sad, but that happened. But to be honest, bringing it to here, our industry, because when I started out in this space, and I don't want to speak for you, I didn't have 2 coins to rub together. I was basically living from hand to mouth. And the early years, even now, sometimes you can go a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2-3 months without getting booked for any job. But in the early days, I kind of needed every cent, every kobo that was coming my way.
So remember then, my transport would usually come from my mom.
Oh, okay. Me too. Sometimes family members would chip in. But the thing is this, at that point in time, I was in film school doing an acting class. And they told us in film school, we shouldn't lose our day jobs. And
they should have told me that.
I kind of shrugged and was like, I don't even have a day job. So I'm going to become Denzel Washington and make all the money doing this.
How is that going?
It's going. It's what it is. You know, myself telling young actors, don't quit your day job. A nurse reached out to me from Ghana a few weeks ago. And she's like, she really wants to act and she's thinking of quitting nursing. I typed back so fast. Yo!
Don't do it.
Look for an acting class, take acting courses, look for auditions in your area, but do not quit your day job.
Take it from someone that actually did.
Yes, because
take it from someone that actually did quit their job.
Because
don't.
Yes, because the truth is this. If you are cash strapped, it is easier, at least easier anyway, for you to mortgage your integrity when people wave Naira notes or dollar bills, probably Naira notes in front of you.
I think that's the only lucky part for me, because, well, I have my parents to thank for that.
Yeah.
Even though, yes, I quit my job, I don't have money and stuff. Yeah. I was never moving from a point of I'm poor, I don't have food to eat, I don't have a place to stay or anything like that. As far as food or accommodation, all that was settled. Yeah. The major problem was, how do I get really good gigs? How do I get the great roles? How do I so the money definitely was important, but it wasn't coming from a place of desperation of, if I don't get this gig, I won't have food to eat at night. So it was nothing like that. So I think that definitely helped, but there was still that desperation of, obviously, you need to make this work.
Because you don't want people to say, oh, he's wasting his time.
Bruh, I'm sure you've heard that enough times.
I heard it, especially when I started.
Of the week.
I was living with my friends, and I was fending for myself as best as I could.
And they had 9 to 5s.
They had 9 to 5s at that point in time. And one of them says to another, and I know he didn't mean anything bad by it, but I was going to auditions day in, day out, and you know how it was, 1,000 people at this audition, and he was like, Paul should probably just stop this thing and get a job.
Because they always put that real.
Yes, get a real job, because at the end of the day, who does he think he is? Jim Ike? True story.
So that's what Jim Ike gonna do for you,
you know? And they said, they go, and even Jim Ike is one of one. And they were referring to my skin tone. They're like, oh man, you're darker skin. So he wasn't trying to be mean, because he told me, my friend was like, that you know, that if you're a light-skinned brother with pink lips,
it said Ramsey.
You know that kind of thing. Remember I said Ramsey, but they probably are giving me a better shot at making it in this space. You know that kind of thing. Okay. So they're like, that they don't know, because at the end of the day, they what they don't want people that love you is to see you fail.
Definitely.
So on some level, they're like, are you sure that you are maximizing your potential by chasing this? Yeah. And I appreciate it, even though I was a bit dogged and I stuck with it.
I got a number of that too, actually. Yeah. Especially, and I started feeling bad for my mom. Yeah. Because she would try to, present the situation in a way that you won't see it as I'm being lazy. Yeah. So, but how do you explain seeing him at home every day? How do you explain that? Especially the worst parts are on Mondays. Yeah. When everybody's getting ready to go to work, there's this guy that is still sleeping in his bed.
Oh, he's an actor. Yeah. It's his process or something. I don't know.
And she doesn't know how to use the right terminology. Yeah. So, but she's still trying to just explain it in a way that he's not being lazy. He just doesn't have work now. And he usually goes for auditions, just they're not picking him because they don't know good stuff.
Do you think
he's very good, but they've not seen how good he is yet, but it's coming. Like always trying to
Do you think anybody looks at her and politely try to tell her, could it be he's not getting booked because he doesn't have talent? Because
I would like to hope that's not what anybody said. It was more of he's playing around, he thinks he still has time.
Yes.
Let him finally go and get a real job.
I think I sense that with certain people in my sphere. And by that I mean family members who they were trying to be kind and everything, but they probably felt that, this may not turn out the way I was hoping.
Exactly one a family member said, that one really hurt. Yeah. It was a series of things, but the one that stuck with me was, you don't know what you're doing with your life. Yeah. And at the time, I won't lie, I didn't know what I was doing in my life.
True.
Yeah, I think that's why it hurt so much. Yeah. It hurt because it was true. Yeah. But I also understood that it was more from the angle of, well, you're not achieving anything. Yeah. You're always at home. Yeah. You don't know what you're doing with your life. Yeah. But really, it was more of I am trying to be an actor and a filmmaker. But I really don't know how I'm going to make this happen for myself.
But why didn't you? Can I ask? Because I can speak for myself, but for you, if you care to share, why didn't you say to yourself, hey, I do want to chase this, but maybe I should find something else to do and still chase this at the same time?
At the time, yes, I'd quit my 9 to 5 to go fully into entertainment.
Okay.
So I was in that state of mind of, I'm just going to go put everything into this
basket.
Yeah. Yeah. So my mind even go with find some extra thing to do, because like if I can quit my 9 to 5 to go, then why am I finding another thing to
I get you.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
I just stayed with 9 to 5. Yeah. So it was I do or die. All my head is in this thing.
Is this something you would advise young filmmakers and creators?
Don't, man. The amount of nights you spend crying yourself to sleep, the frustration.
This is true. This is true.
The constant knowing that once upon a time, you knew at a particular point of the month, cha-ching, and you've gotten used to that logic. And now, there's no time of the month when money is going to come.
You don't know.
If you don't get work, there is legit no chiching at all. It's
during this period, did any opportunities avail themselves or present themselves that
not much
made you feel like, this is me mortgaging a bit of my integrity or selling out a bit to get by? At least in the early days of acting.
I think the closest one would have, because I started modeling on the side as well. Hey, side hustle apparently.
There you go.
Yeah, so I did do side hustle.
Yes, you did.
So the acting just wasn't popping, right? Yeah. And I started hearing about TV commercials and runway. And I felt like, you're 6 foot, you have a good smile, you can talk, my nigga. My G, check it out. So I was doing some auditions. The next thing, the first one I got was for a very long time ago. Was for just like a very big advert.
Yeah.
And like, then started doing small ones, just getting some more money here. And that was what was now keeping me at bay.
Yes.
Because as far as acting was concerned,
there was nothing happening.
I think the only thing I had gotten was a show on AIT.
I get you. What was it called?
Jeez. I think man, let me ask someone else that was in it. Let me call him. I'm just going to call him.
Hello.
Tope.
Oh.
What's up now?
Say hi. Say hi to Tope for me.
Tope, what's up? Paul said say hi.
Yeah.
So there's this show that we met on ages ago.
Was it a Christian show?
That was a Christian show.
Okay.
We did it together. We were best friends on it.
On AIT?
AIT. Can you read the name of the show? Say it, Joe.
I can't remember shit.
That was like the show I met Tope the Lion.
Can't remember shit.
But I can't remember. I can't remember. Jeez.
Yeah.
So in the show,
Yeah.
he I'm trying to do something. I can't remember what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
He's the bad influence.
Yes.
He's the one that, there's always that good friend,
Yeah.
and the good friend has this bad friend that is making him do bad things.
I get
you. Imagine Tope was the bad friend. In retrospect, switch roles.
Yes. You know?
So he was the one that gave me on to do. I can't even remember the bad thing they're supposed to do, but it's all those moral of the story kind of thing where you should remember your family's home training and don't allow influence from bad friends make you do kind of
acting. Something.
So that was one of the few first things I got at the time.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 20,000 or 30,000. I can't remember.
It's a lot of money. But this was, I'm guessing, 2015, 2014.
This was not a 1 day shoot or 2 day shoot.
Yeah.
I think we shot for like, how long? Like it was like 2 weeks.
20,000 naira in the 2010s.
Guy, 2 weeks.
I know.
Get out.
But I'll tell you a story. At one time, we were so hard pressed for cash.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have anything to eat at home. Because I was staying with my friend at this period of time, at this point in time. I got this role. I think it was on a Tunde Kelani set.
Yeah.
It was kind of a glorified Waka Pass of sorts, where you have just one line and you're in like 4 scenes or so.
What was the one line? I remember.
Maybe Good Morning or He's in There or stuff like that.
One was Yes Ma.
So I'm like, okay. And they say they're going to pay me 15,000 naira or so for a day's work. Mm-hmm. But I get on set and we didn't really film much that day. And they were like, oh, there was a strike all over Lagos.
I think I remember that
strike.
Time.
This was,
There was a curfew?
Yes. And we're shooting at Koga Studios, which is...
Wait, I think that the curfew was... The starts at 6, kind of. Because that was I think, exact same time I was shooting my own guy.
At Koga Studios?
No, not Koga, like the time period.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay. There was a labor strike of sorts or so.
Man.
So I'm like, okay, we have to stay back and shoot the scene or our scenes. Mm-hmm. I stay back. If I remember correctly, Gabriel Afolayan was one of the key characters in this film. And at that point in time, I was like miles away, just watching, like, okay, I'm waiting to say my line and hit my mark and do me. I did my bit, and that evening, of course, I think the curfew will end at like 5 or 6, and then some buses will go.
Yeah.
So I took my money in my envelope. They gave me my money. I took my money.
Don't tell me they stole it, though.
No.
I thank God.
What I remember was I got home, and my friend, who I was staying with, was sitting in the dark. There wasn't lights, and So I get to the street. And I branch in the supermarket and I buy 2 bottles of La Casera.
Yeah.
And Gala.
Shout out.
And Gala. Shout out to La Casera.
You don't know the amount of actors you have saved with that
lives.
child.
See,
yo.
If I think if La Casera, okay, no, maybe I shouldn't say that. My producer will probably kill me. So,
yo.
So basically,
we don't give those guys enough credit.
We really should. They saved,
bro.
See, a lot of talents in our space today should come out and say the truth about what La Casera did.
Big Bites
was the bedrock of our industry. So
it covers you throughout the audition.
I'm telling you.
Because you're going to get there at 5 a.m. You might not get back till 6 p.m. Something has to cover you for all those hours.
Yeah, and Gala. So I get 2 bottles of La Casera and 2 Galas. And because I'm like, I'm just going to surprise my friend. Like, oh. So I walk into that, he's sitting in the dark.
I'm sorry, but that's some sack pasta.
I'm telling you. He's sitting in the dark.
I'm going to surprise you.
Like no lights and no petrol for Jen. Also because petrol stations hadn't open and there wasn't money. True. So I just give him his own Lacasera and Gala.
Did he start crying?
I'm not lying.
Laughing.
We heard it. He gulps down, puts the bottle down, and he looks at me earnestly, fervently, and he says, Paul, you are your father's son. That he has been sitting in this house since yesterday evening. Nothing to chow.
I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be a funny story.
Now, I'm sure if he has it, he will laugh now. Like, wow, that actually happened, And then I sip mine. I'm feeling myself, So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's take a stroll and see if any bookers. Buka is a small restaurant.
I don't know it's in Buka.
I'm just saying, for people outside Nigeria,
sorry.
Small restaurant in the area. We strolled around. There was no open restaurant.
Did you say small restaurant?
Well, some of them are not small. You're right, So we strolled around, but none of them were open, and we had to just buy something and cook some small concussion rice in the house. Yeah. So yeah, that happened. And it was at moments like that I really seriously considered getting a 9-to-5 or getting a side hustle, but everything I tried up until the certain point, everything I tried didn't seem to work or to take. I was constantly losing the little money I had, but I never gave up. Mm-hmm. I never did. I just kept trying my hands at this. If it doesn't work, I'll try my hands at.
Yeah. I think that's what I was doing majorly at that time, actually, because you had gone to a stage where you can't explain to anybody what's going on with you. Because even you can't explain what's going on with you. Yeah. You've gone for so many auditions. Mm-hmm. You're not really making that much money. Yeah. You have no idea what's coming next. Yeah. So you're just in that state of, you can't just sit down and just not. So just be trying things. Just be trying things. Yes. And most at the time, which is very weird because I never saw it as side hustle till this moment.
I get you.
Like for real. But
it was.
It was. And I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
From I'll do runway modeling, I'll do TV hosting, red carpets, interviews. Yeah. And I never thought it was side hustle. I was like, well, till I finally get a good role. Yeah. Let me just use this one to hold body. Yeah. And there was one time I decided to start doing TV presenting and hosting for a media outfit that shoots films. Because my plan was, to
use that as...
When you now want to shoot film, I'll go shot there.
Yes.
And I was there, really. That was the entire game plan. Yeah. But I need to also, how can I show these guys that I'm not just a presenter, I'm an actor. Yeah. So anytime maybe they're editing anything, I'll try and be there and just shout I like the show, I can just...
Yes.
Keep but unfortunately for me, the owner of the company did not see me more than presenter.
Yeah.
So when they shot the first film,
it
was a huge film.
Yeah. Did the owner direct?
Yeah.
What's the name of the film?
I'm not ready for that kind of hit. I don't have backbone for that kind of hit. So the film, it was a big film. I was like, maybe because of how big the film was, he doesn't want to be using some nobody upcoming actor.
An upstart.
And well, you see, maybe this is paying your dues. Maybe if you've been here for a while, finally. And I was staying there to be there for a while. And finally, he was about to shoot a TV show. Yeah. That one, there are a lot of characters. So my mom like, for sure. I'm going to get one of the leads at least. Yeah. Yeah. They didn't even want me to audition. They wanted me to just write names. Yeah.
Did they not promise you something?
Okay, let me just say day. Yeah. It would be wise. It would be nice for me to say day. He didn't even want me to audition.
Because his employees... He alluded to the fact that you might get a role.
Yeah, even his employees that can make me feel like you don't have to audition. There's no way Oga wants to cast for this thing that you won't get a role. So what are you auditioning for? Yeah. I said, I feel you, but I'm putting my name as number one. Yeah. I'm not playing games here. Yeah. So when he picks up the list, he sees my name as number one. It was so embarrassing. That kind of... So I was... Then says number two. That just starts with like, wow. Looks like what I think is happening. That there's really no way. And for sure. Yeah. I didn't get cast in it. I left. I left. They just didn't see me again. Then 2 weeks later, I got a call that they've not seen me for a while, that they are shooting today, that they want me to come. And I already know when you get that kind of call, you already know it's a case of an actor didn't show up. They want you to fill in. Yeah. And I think that's where that point of where two things. You're not wrong in your assumption. Yeah.
But did you consider that role was always for you?
No, it wasn't.
Or they noticed your absence, and he was like, I'm going to give him this role.
Maybe that's what happened. That's what happened. But lucky for me, I mean, it's lucky. Who knows what would happen if I went to do it? Okay, that's what happened because the show was crap. But
that's harsh.
It was crap.
That sounds a bit like
I didn't even, the show didn't even cross breeze. Like it never went anywhere. Because naturally you would know. Since it's a show that you're picking people from auditions, everybody that you're going to pick will people that we all know. Because we all used to hang out. So I knew the people he cast.
I get you.
Yeah. So
I knew. Are you saying the show was crap because of the people he cast? Or are you saying...
I don't think it was because of the people he cast. Those are people that, some of them are stars decent, now.
I get you.
Yeah, so it was the show.
Okay.
So, but it was that kind of...
But this is Baaj, the film and television critic here.
Lucky for me, like I said before, I was lucky enough to not be in a situation where I'm looking for rent or I don't have food to eat.
Yeah.
So it was a case of after all the dues are paid, like no, I'm not free. I'm on set now. I'm on my bed. I did work.
Yeah.
I'm on set. I can't come, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. And that was the last time they saw me.
I hear you.
Next time he saw me was on the red carpet of some. It was a premiere or award show.
If it was the premiere of a film you were in, maybe you were on the billboard.
But lucky for me, I'd finally become quote unquote.
You were on your way
by then. Yeah, I was actually. Yeah, I was on my way. I'm still on my way.
Yes, but you had.
But I arrived somewhere.
Distance,
yes, I covered. That's it. I covered the distance.
Gone a distance.
Yeah. So
did you walk up to him and say, "Look at me now"?
It crossed my mind. But I have home training, so I did the usual getting inside.
Is it home
but now
training?
I wish I had done that because his next line.
Did you lack the girt?
That's that. His next line maybe like, I should have done was in my mind. Guy goes, my boy. And that pulls me like it was with someone.
I made him.
I swear.
I made him.
Oh God, he's not big. Next time to bring. A normal day they would have brought wine. They'll bring wine to tell me thank you, but he has not brought wine. Look at him now. He's a star now. I'm doing that.
You know, she said, "I'm coming, sir." And if it was, I don't know where this happened. If it was an award show, I'm guessing maybe Echo Hotel or something like that.
I can't remember.
Do you know?
If
I were you, depending on how buoyant I was, I would have gone downstairs, bought a bottle, and come upstairs. And here's the wine. I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking.
But I just stand there like, really, bro?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyhow, Shan, aside hustle, carry me call your office. Aside hustle, carry your office. It's all good.
That is true.
But yeah. You have to do what you have to do sometimes. In a positive, morally upright way.
So what would you advise people at home, people in our space here, young filmmakers, because we do understand something. A lot of the times, people see what we do and assume that one, it's easy, or two, that it is extremely lucrative.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound like a ball buster, and I'm sure you don't want to sound like a sourpuss, but could you probably share your thoughts on how lucrative or how unlucrative our space can be? I'm talking about acting and making films in Nollywood, and why it might be important to consider having
a side hustle
or not giving up your 9-to-5 just yet.
I think people, because of social media and everything, people already know that Nollywood and Hollywood are drastically different.
Miles apart,
The money no near.
Yeah.
But on some level, because of conversations I've heard, I think somehow, they still put us on the same level as our music counterparts. Like, they know there's more money in music, but they don't think we are far off from them.
But far off is relative.
The biggest actor in Nollywood, or the richest actor in Nollywood, is nowhere close to being as rich as Burna Boy or Wizkid.
I'm sorry, is that a question? I thought that was just a statement of fact.
But I think people actually still think that if you become a big enough Nollywood actor or star or whatever, you won't be that far from being able to splurge I think top music artists.
Yeah, the thing is, to be clear,
even if there's another conversation.
Are we talking about the money generated from the craft itself?
I'm talking about the money you get to have.
Other ventures, because if I don't want to pocket watch or call anybody's name because I really don't know. What do I know?
Okay,
but if we take a certain actor who may have dabbled in
YouTube films every
week as a producer.
As a producer,
I'm saying
that's a completely different conversation.
And the truth is this: on the average, most YouTube filmmakers or content creators aren't really making a hell of a lot of money.
Most, yes, that's true.
If you're talking about the top 1% of any industry, of course,
you can't use them as
but you probably can't use them as a yardstick.
Yes.
So on the average, if you're making films for YouTube or Facebook or social media, and you're making something decent, let's say you're making
decent enough.
10, 20 million
Per
naira.
film?
No, a year.
A year.
You're clearing that 10 million. Let's assume you're clearing 10 million naira.
Okay, this is on
which
average,
is still
yeah?
really, which is still really impressive because a lot of people are running at a loss or operating at a
because
loss.
I was like,
And you
are they
can
making
operate
that
at
much
a
on
loss
average?
for years before you start turning the corner.
That's what I was like.
Let's say you're making 10 million naira a year with a small, vibrant YouTube channel. You're not doing, but that's what Burna Boy makes in maybe a day or a week. I'm probably
in a couple of
hours, depending. So you can't compare. If you compare what that talent or producer or filmmaker or actor is making with what Burna Boy is making, it might be a bit of a distortion because if they're making most of their money from other avenues, it's not a fair assessment.
Okay. Especially when it comes to music, there are so many avenues you can use to make money back. So I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Okay. We're all serious and stuff.
Yes.
Can we have a game, please?
Yes, we can. What do you want to play?
There's this idea the producer came up with last time we were doing this.
It worked.
So it was a Friday the 13th, and it was a lovely idea that day.
Yeah.
So I want to adopt the game.
This was 2 weeks ago, but
I liked it.
Sorry,
I liked it. So let's do it again. So, which film? We're doing Hollywood to Nollywood.
This time.
Yes. King of Boys. One little film like that. I don't know if you have seen it.
Are we including the director?
Yes. Including director.
So it was directed by
that's
Kemi Adetiba. Yes.
Someone I'm actually a big fan of. I've been a fan of hers even before she started making film.
Who do you think you would put in that position? Who would be in the director's seat? I have a name. For King of Boys. I have a name.
I'm going to Martin Scorsese.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all.
Because of
he's the granddaddy of that genre. So
because of that genre,
I would pick Catherine Bigelow.
Film.
Hurt Locker.
No, I like that woman.
Yeah. She's great.
I really like her.
She's great.
And she did Zero Dark 30.
Yes.
Yeah, I really like that woman.
Yes, she's great.
Yes.
I think just because Kemi, Catherine, the leading character is a woman, and I think, but then Martin Scorsese knocks it out of the ballpark. But so Martin or Catherine, either way, it works.
Yeah.
Who would play Shola Shobowale? And also, keep in mind, Tony Tones. Who would play those two characters for you? Yes.
I don't do the usual suspects because I feel like I always just run there anytime I'm stuck. I'm just going to play safe and go there because I'm always going to be right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Meryl Streep off the table.
Okay, we cast that last time. So
I'm going to take Viola Davis off the table.
Let's take them off the table. Let's play now. Who will play? Remember, you're casting for the King of Boys.
I'm gonna screw you up.
Yes.
And I don't think that's what you want to say. I'm glad I'm not saying it first. Angela Bassett.
Who plays the younger version?
What's her name? Oh no, don't do this to me.
What film?
From Akila at B.
I think I know who you're talking about. Megan.
No, Megan Good. I can't believe I can't remember her name. This is
Kiki Palmer.
Kiki Palmer. It's so annoying when that happens to me.
I cannot argue with.
So I'm going with 2 of them.
Either of those picks.
Straight.
I'm not even going to try and argue. I'm not even going to try and argue. I think that works.
I'm so excited.
Angela Bassett and
Kiki Palmer.
Do we even need to continue? You put Catherine Bigelow behind. I say, yes. Okay.
Too lovely.
Yes. So who plays Demola Adedoyin's character and Adesua Itomi's character? The siblings.
Yeah, the siblings. Yeah. Who'd you put?
I would pick, if we're going in that direction, maybe Megan Good to play. Yes, Megan Good would play Adesua's character.
Who's playing
I think I know some people will roll their eyes when I call this name, but I will call the name a young version of Mike Ely.
Oh, they roll their eyes.
I don't know.
I don't think everyone realizes
people
Mike
be hating.
Are you serious? People like Mike Ely? I swear, I didn't know people. Are you serious?
Well,
I always thought people liked him. What?
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
But what about you?
I don't know. I give you choices.
Mike
straight
Ely,
up.
yes.
Who are you going to go for? For Makanaki.
For Makanaki.
I have my own person.
I have someone in mind. Should I hear who you have? Okay.
I want to go with Ludacris.
Just
for kicks.
I could dig that, but I would go in another direction. I would cast a young Peter Stormare.
Remind me.
He played a Brucey in Prison Break.
My G. I'm such a big fan of that guy.
I know. I'm
Even
like,
though,
he
yes,
would be
the truth is, he does kind of play
yes,
the same S character everywhere.
Characters, yeah.
Oh, man, I love that dude.
He's so,
He's so lovely.
Yes.
He's so lovely.
Yeah.
But definitely.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's a premium choice. That's a premium choice.
Who would play Il Bliss's character? And who would play Akin Lewis's character?
For Akin Lewis, I'm going with Anthony Hopkins.
I can't argue.
There's nothing that man can do.
Yes. I can know.
As
I'm
you might have
try.
guessed, I'm a huge fan.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Anthony Hopkins.
yeah.
But who would play the Il Bliss character? What's his name again? What's the character's name?
I'll always play Il Bliss's character,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
And then for the other character,
Yeah. You want to switch which of them?
I want to put Anthony Hopkins for Il Bliss's character instead now.
A young Anthony Hopkins? Because, I mean...
Well, not young.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. He has
Yeah.
to be young, actually.
Yeah.
He's really
Yeah.
older now.
Yeah.
My mind, I was seeing Anthony Hopkins when he was still doing Hannibal.
I hear what you're saying.
Not like he's doing but
I hear what
that
you're
age
saying.
range.
It could still work. Yeah, it could still work if you were going
What
that
are you
age
doing for the
range.
next character?
For the Il Bliss character, who would I have gone for? I would have gone for... I would probably have gone for 50 Cent. I would probably have gone for 50 Cent.
How would that work?
Yeah.
How would that work, actually?
I would probably have gone for 50 Cent.
What are you going for?
Yeah.
For the I think it was it wasn't
The cop?
journalists.
The
The
cop.
cop rather.
The cop.
The inspector and the cop.
The cop, a young Blair Underwood, for me, for the cop. Yeah. Young Blair Underwood for the cop. Yeah.
It's not a bad
That
cop.
was is it Sani? Forgive me.
Yes, Sani Moo.
Sani, yes.
That's where you it's not a journalist now. Was he a journalist? Man, I forgot. The guy that pretty much was the one that opened everything.
Are
up.
you talking about the film or the TV?
No, King of Boys.
The film?
Yes.
I can't remember.
The Nuruddin.
Oh, okay. Who do you have in mind?
Well, I was just gonna go with actually just someone chill,
Yeah.
but still has that intensity. you know? Ryan Gosling.
If you pick our calls, then yes. Yeah, because it might be like.
I don't think I'm actually a big Ryan Gosling fan.
fine,
So
yes.
yeah. I'm a big fan of too many people now. That that's crossed my mind.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Because I've actually even been at interviews where they would ask if I'm a fan of even not any Nollywood actor.
Yeah.
And I can say which one.
Yes, because there are quite a few
Because there
people
are quite a number
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
And I think because as I said, I've been around for a while. I just started, please. But
Yeah.
I got into industry already
just started
a bunch of
40
people
years
that
ago,
I was
but- yeah.
that I was already a fan of, and then you're working with a bunch of other people that you didn't even know about, and then you become a fan of this person, and you
Yes.
become a fan of this person. Yeah,
And you're constantly meeting young actors.
Yo,
that
I
you
don't
feel,
know,
oh, I like what you're about.
Yo,
Yes, that's true.
How are you able to just like transform
Yeah.
or create such amazing characters
Yeah.
and still bring them to life so authentically? Because now I'm not watching it on screen like everybody else. I'm seeing it in real time. I'm seeing you go through your process,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing you actually do it in real time. And I'm like, yo, that's the real stuff, right?
Yes.
There. That's the real stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So anytime I experience those kind of things, I find myself. I might not know it in time, but I'll now see you some other time or some other place, and my brain will interpret you as someone I'm a fan of. I'm being now like, oh, you're a fan of this guy now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this guy now too. Yeah, so that's usually how it happens. And I find I'm a fan of so many people.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
yeah.
Back to what we were discussing.
Yes.
Before we go, I'd like you to give young filmmakers, actors, people out there,
Beside hustles, yeah?
actionable steps, things they can do to not remain impoverished. Because at the end of the day, even when you're being booked, it's nice to have an alternate source of income because you don't know how often or how frequent your phone is going to ring. And if you can stay gainfully employed and keep other passions and interests whilst you're building a career doing this, it helps you as a person to become a more well-rounded individual.
Okay.
Yeah. So actionable steps. Yes.
This first one might be difficult, especially if you're just starting out because it takes some capital.
Yeah.
But if you can just find a way to squeeze enough money to put into investments where you just be getting returns from time to time to really help.
Okay.
But I know how difficult it is because even when I was starting out, to get enough money for investment.
Okay. So
I never get transport money.
Save and invest.
Yeah. But if you can squeeze it, maybe you get one big commercial, because that was usually how I'll do it. Like I'll get one big TV commercial, and it's a chunk of money at once.
Yeah.
And you know you're not going to get that for another maybe year or two.
Yeah.
But it's a chunk of money at once.
Yeah.
So you just do some investment just on that side.
But what if I'm not making enough money to even this thing feed, talk less of investing? What do I do?
It will be, because since it's going to be quote unquote a side hustle, you don't have that time to spend on learning the skill to start a side hustle.
Are you sure? So,
do you?
You might.
Because most of the time you're going to be spending is to improve your skill on the main hustle that you're still trying to be good at. So my understanding of it was easier to pick up something that you might just be able to be good at quicker.
I get you.
Because that's what happened for me.
I get you.
Runway modeling. Yes, they're going to teach you how to walk. They're going to teach you how to pose. But you can learn those things pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I already had the physical attributes that helped me do it properly.
I hear you.
TV presenting. Yes, you learn how to use the camera, how to smile, how to be cordial and hospitable and all that stuff. But I can speak I can speak English. Right? So easier to...
And the dimples help.
Yeah. So if you can pick a side hustle that, give or take, comes naturally to you, it will be easier to just lend yourself to it without moving too much from the main hustle, and you can still make some money that way. At least that's what worked for me. What about you?
To be honest, I think you have 24 hours in a day, and if it's important to you, and I believe your financial health should be important to you, you can devote a few hours. It doesn't have to be the entire day into building something worthwhile, something small. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Today you start a small business on the side, or if you can, invest some time in your education. By that I mean your skill sets. You could try and pick up skills that can translate into gainful employment. Maybe learn editing, learn cybersecurity, learn how to crochet, I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff you can pick up.
Especially now with...
I can do this, I can do that. I can then offer my services to people in my immediate vicinity.
Yes,
or advertise my services. Whereas if I cook, for instance,
I know actors that do that.
Yes, I cook on the side. I make brownies on the side. I make cupcakes on the side. I make granola bars on the side. Or I do this. I make honey on the side. I make honey on the side. Yes, I basically patronize some of our
She's one that came to my mind actually.
And we do this, we do that. I make clothes. I do this.
Shout out to Adelawi. I think that's actually something we should actually say out loud.
I like the product.
Yes, she makes some of the best honey I think I've ever tasted.
Yes, infused honey.
Infused honey. Amazing.
Yes,
absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
so
basically.
If you happen to be able to get across to where you can get it, money well spent.
Yes.
Quality.
You can use it for a variety of stuff. But back to what I'm saying. Yes. So figure out what it is you can do it. Now, when I say, the truth is, you should never be afraid to try and fail.
Yes.
You fail fast. Failing fast is not a crime. You can start something today, find out it's not for you tomorrow, and start something else. Now, the danger is if you have done 20, 30 different things, maybe at some point you have to sit with yourself and ask yourself what the challenge is, why you haven't been able to see something through. But if you do give something some time and you find out, okay, maybe this isn't for me for XYZ reasons, you can pivot. You're allowed to pivot. Even big businesses, corporations, pivot. So you shouldn't be afraid to go, oh, I started this, it's not working, I've given it some time, I've tried everything, maybe it's time to look for something else or to move in another direction. But if you do start something and it's yielding some sort of dividends, then stick with it, even though you're chasing a career in this space.
You won't regret it.
Yes, you probably won't regret it because 10, 20 years from now,
you never know what that will be.
That it wouldn't turn out to be something.
Next thing is the main hustle.
Yes.
Now, acting becomes a side hustle, which, in my opinion, if you're able to pull that off, sort of create a situation where whether it's a business, whether it's a company, whatever it is, where that
9 to 5 even,
is the main income, and acting now has become the side hustle, is the best freaking scenario you can have for yourself. It's the best.
Because the truth
is just very difficult to get, but if you can just hack that, I'm telling you.
At the end of the day, not the top 1% are the top 1% for a reason. If it was easy to break into that circle, everybody would do it. And you hope that everyone does, but the reality is not everyone will. And that means a lot of people in this space, coming into this space, may not necessarily make enough money to build the kind of life they want.
Unfortunately.
Doing this. it's not, we're not wishing ill on anyone, but the reality is reality. That sometimes you will do this for fun and because you enjoy it, whilst you have other things that are making you money and making you back.
Because there's nothing better than following your passion for only passionate reasons.
Yes.
It's just the best thing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You threw your entire heart into it.
Yes.
Regardless of whatever you think the outcome might be.
And that way people can't take advantage of you.
Exactly.
Because if you're doing this just because you're passionate, not because you're desperate or not because you need the money, you wouldn't have to mortgage your integrity.
At least not yet.
Not yet, or sell out, basically.
Like this dude.
Yes, But yeah, so that's my 2 cents, which I would need back for transport money.
Hi guys, hey, don't forget, like, share, subscribe,
and tell your friends,
tell a friend,
to tell a friend,
to tell another friend,
to tell another friend
that Paul
and Baaj have a podcast. Thank you all for staying with us, for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Guys. Peace. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, man. You guys got to the end.
Please like, subscribe, and share. And remember to turn on your notifications.
Yes, so you don't miss our next videos because it's going to be dope. Save, guys.